Hi guys, how is everybody doing? Happy Sunday. I hope everybody's doing well. Okay. Anyway, folks, like I said, when I make a video, cooking video, you know, is anytime I'm cooking something for myself or for somebody who asks me to do it, a friend of mine. So right now I'm cooking my Sunday dinner, and folks, like I said, it's what I feel like eating, I cook. And today I have a couple salt mackerel there, and I just decided I just want to have some mackerel and green banana. And now I like to cook up my mackerel with a lot of peppers and tomatoes and onion and garlic and thyme. And so what I did, I soak off the mackerel overnight in some lemon and vinegar. And folks, okay, right now I don't shred my mackerel out shredded, folks. I have two, and I'm just right now, make sure you clean off all of the little impure stuff on your mackerel and on both sides. And folks, no, I don't shred up my mackerel, all the bones and everything. I see some people do it. To each his own, as I say. I just cut one mackerel in. These are medium-sized mackerel, and about three of us gonna be eating it. So I just cut one mackerel into three pieces. You have the tail, the middle, and the head. I love the head of the mackerel. I don't care. Just like how I love fish head. And so some folks here don't like their head. That's okay. I like any place where bone is, because folks, I I'm not gonna go there. Anyway, so this is what you do. I'm cleaning them off now. These are boiled off. I boil it off. When I put it to soak, because the thing with mackerel, you don't want to lose all the salt from it, just like codfish. So I put it to soak last night. So I boiled it off just twice, and it was still retain some enough salt for because you don't need salt mackerel to be fresh, otherwise not on taste. So folks, this is how you clean up. You just clean off everything, all the impurities, and that's it. Alright, so my banana is boiled already, and I'm just having some meringue tea today. And these are meringue I bought, and I dried it, and the stalk of it make beautiful tea. So I'm just having meringue tea. And meringue tea, what it does, it lowers the blood sugar, and it's antioxidant. It has more vitamin and it has more mineral in it than any other herb. So you could go look that up. And like I say, folks, don't take anybody word for anything. Always go and just Google it, because all the information now is just at our fingertips. Because like I find it's very disturbing. I saw some people up there, and have this cooking show. I'm not knocking anybody, but I'm talking about our healthy coconut oil. And this person is going on and on all the time about don't use coconut oil because it's bad for you, and don't use any coconut. And folks, we know that is not true. Coconut oil has in a great deal of omega-3, and that's the fatty acid that help to break down cholesterol in the bloodstream. And you know what, the person is promoting olive oil and spray, aerosol. There's nothing with our olive oil. Olive oil is just as good. But coconut oil, folks, go online and do your research for yourself. So I hope a lot of people don't sit and listen to anybody. When the people tell you not to do certain things, folks, because I've heard it a few times now, this person saying it. And we know that that's, I know for a fact that that's not true, because coconut oil is one of the best oil right now to use, So folks, like I said, even when I say anything to people, check out with your doctor first, but go and do your research. Don't listen to anybody. Coconut oil, I have people back home still, people back home right now is still in their 100, and every meal is with coconut milk and coconut oil. That is the one of the best omega fatty acid oil for people. So when I see stuff like that, I'm not knocking anybody, but I just come and tell people, go and you don't have to even just put your finger on Google and punch up what are the benefits of coconut oil. And a lot back in the day, they keep telling us it wasn't good, and all of a sudden movie star, everybody is into coconut oil. But you have certain people on YouTube passing on this false narrative that coconut oil is bad for you, and it's not bad for you, folks. Go look up and do your research, and don't listen to what anybody tell you. Say, you go find out things for yourself. Knowledge is power. Okay, matter of fact, is my coconut oil I'm using right now. And yes, I use it, and I use olive oil. I use extra virgin olive oil. I use the cold press extra virgin olive oil I use most for my salads, because that olive oil, when you eat it, it burns. So you can use it cooked, but you have to add some vegetable oil to it. And but I wouldn't recommend using cold pressed olive oil. That is good for your system, for your salad dressing, and for using. But the extra virgin now is good. So right now I have my oil on, and my coconut oil, and I have all my vegetable here. So what I have here, I have some bell peppers. I have not a lot of red today, but when I'm doing my mackerel and saltfish, folks, I love onions in general, and tomato in my cooking. And what I do, I peel the skin off, get rid of the seed, and I'm good to go. So I have, and what I find with when you cook in mackerel, I find green onion, green pepper give it such a nice flavor, such a beautiful flavor. So I use mostly green bell peppers and some orange and a little yellow. And I'm using both of my onions. I have both, so I just mix them up. I don't find any one of those onion any better than that. They both have the same properties in them. That's just me, but everybody else can have a different opinion. And like I said, no, and the person who talk about olive oil, yes, that's their opinion too. Yeah, I go back on that. But so that's why I'm saying, folks, go and find out things for yourself, because we all have our opinion up here. You find out things for yourself, okay? So right now I'm just gonna add in the onions, and I'm using both red onions and I'm using an old Scotch bonnet pepper, because I love lots of pepper in my it's not just me, but everybody here loves the pepper. So I'm going for all the pepper, seeds and all, and I'm still gonna add some of my jerk seasoning to it. So right now I'm sauteing the onions. This is gonna be a quick video, folks. I already did the banana, and when I boil my banana, I just leave it on a very low heat, because that's what the beauty of using electric stove, that you can regulate it. So, and plus I would not use gas, folks. I'm not into all that methane stuff, but and again, to each his own. So I just turned the stove very low on my green banana right now to keep it, to keep it nice and soft. I also when you're doing this, you add a few cloves and allspice berries to it. So right now the onion is cooking, and the smell. Oh, one thing with onion, folks, the smell is so awesome. So I'm just letting that render, as you say, and I have some thyme and some rosemary. The Scotch bonnet pepper is still here. I have the garlic. I don't want to put in the garlic right now, because garlic burn easily. So I'm just letting this saute right now. Then I'll add thing. And when I soak it, I put some lemon and white vinegar. And when I'm going to cook it down now, I'm just going to put some of my apple cider vinegar. This will give it an awesome taste. And I also like to add a little bit some paprika. And I should add this before. I love turmeric. Some turmeric in my... Yeah, let that saute with the onion in my mackerel. I love, me, folks, anything that have turmeric or curry, and turmeric is the main thing in curry. And the smell is just kick it up a notch right now, folks. Yeah, so I had some turmeric to it. I love that, cooking up my mackerel. And let me get all my herbs out. I'm gonna be using, I have rosemary, fresh rosemary, I think already, so I'm just gonna add some oregano. Right now I'm just gonna add the thyme and everything else, the tomato and the rest of the garlic and the bell peppers, okay? And let that saute a bit. Then I'll start adding in the because I don't like my mackerel to be all mashed up. So now I'm gonna start adding some herbs, and this is oregano. And these are all oregano. I dry. I buy them washing dry myself. And this is basil. Also, I get a lot this year from my friend, and I dry them and I'm grind them up. Very easy to do. Add a little bit more rosemary. And I have some parsley, dry parsley. I did myself. I do all of my herbs first. That's my dry parsley. And Italian spices, just a bunch of spices, herbs I put together. I think that's the same way it's done. And I love Italian herbs I put together. And folks, you're not gonna be seeing any Maggi or any chicken noodle or any of that in my stuff, because I don't believe in cooking with no Maggi or chicken noodle. Chicken noodle is supposed to be in soup, folks. I know that I've seen people put it in just about everything, but no, chicken noodle is supposed to be, and even soup, I don't use chicken noodle. I just use a few vegetable cube, but like I said again, folks, to each his own. I'm also gonna add some parsley right now, some paprika, yeah, and let that just the smell from the turmeric, folks, is awesome. Very short one video, nice and short. And like I said, folks, it's what people like, to each his own. So I'm gonna start adding in the mackerel in the bottom of the pot, and then I just pour that over them. And I love my mackerel head, so I don't care, and fish head. Those are two of my favorite. Yeah, folks, any part of the head. So I just turn it upside so that flavor could get into it, you know. Then I'm just gonna add a little bit of moisture to it, but I just put in all of them right now, all my mackerel right now, and cover them over and just let them do their thing. And it's basically about two medium-sized mackerel. And when you buy mackerel here, I always keep them in the freezer, folks. If you're not, I'm not gonna use them right away. I keep them in the freezer, because mackerel can rancid if you leave it outside, if it's not you know. So I just keep them in the freezer, in a freezer bag, and I keep them there for months. Sometimes when I take them out, they're just as fresh. So basically, this is it now, just simmering right now. I'm gonna add a little bit of oyster sauce to it, and a little bit of I think I might add a little bit of sugar to offset the acidity. I don't cook with a lot of I don't put a lot of ketchup, but this is one time when I like to put my little bit of ketchup in. So right now I'm gonna put a little bit of cider vinegar, and this also too is homemade. I make this myself. Don't let the bottle fool you. I used to buy a lot of. If you can't make it, folks, just buy this one. This one is called Bragg, and it tells you the mother is in it, which is what end up at the bottom, and that is the best one on the market. And you know, when you're doing mackerel, folks, if you don't have vinegar, you have some lime juice, have something acidic to counteract and you don't want to add a lot of water in your stuff, you know, because it have enough juice there from the. I'm gonna add me a little bit of my oyster sauce, and that gives everything such a nice flavor. I'm gonna add okay, let me add my ketchup first. I'm gonna add a little bit of ketchup. And what I like to do, I like to add it in a little bit of warm water, because when it goes in like that, it's just gonna clump up, and you're gonna have to turn your mackerel, and then you get them all mashed up. So I'm gonna add some moisture to it. So I just mix the ketchup in a little bit of boiling water and add to it, so it will just dissolve all through it. And I'm also going to add a bit of my jerk seasoning. I cut up a whole Scotch bonnet pepper, and as I say, folks, we love eat to our stuff. So this is the ketchup here with a little bit of, just to give it some yeah. And this you don't need to add nothing, folks. No cube, no Maggi. As I said, I'm not knocking anybody, but as natural as we can get your stuff done. Maggi has MSG in it. That's why when I said I don't use it, folks, MSG is a food chemical they put in food to give it good taste. I know it's a Chinese stuff, and it's in almost so much stuff that is in the store, you know. So I try to avoid it when I can, because certain people, I heard read up about it, I give certain people headaches and stuff like that, migraine, and you know, it's also a chemical. So so that's it. So I try to avoid it. So let me see. Wow, folks, this is good. And folks, that's it right there. Yeah, so this is all that nice color between the and you see all of that flavor just incorporated in the mackerel. Yeah, look at that. So it's all this right now, basically, folks. This is, as you're saying, let me see if it, no salt, doesn't need anything, folks. Doesn't need a thing. So I'm just gonna turn the stove off and plate it, and that's that. All done. Well, for me, folks, that's how I love to cook my mackerel. And as I say, to each his own. Everybody has a different technique to do stuff. But for me, this is how I like to do my mackerel. And I'm just gonna stretch over and get the banana. Yeah. And this mackerel, folks, you could have a couple, you could have your yellow yam, you could have some dumpling, but as I say, folks, it's just mackerel. Straight up, they don't get no Jamaican on this, folks. And most Sunday morning too, this is, so we're having a late breakfast here. Mackerel and banana. This is as Jamaican as it gets, you know. You don't get no more Jamaican than this. I'm not a dumpling person. Nobody here want dumpling today. They just want to have their banana with the mackerel. So I'm going to put a few seeds and just put in the mackerel. And you know, this is simplicity is the best, folks. So just nice and simple. You know, not all this stuff. That's basically it. Your mackerel and your green banana. And as I say, you're done with that. So folks, I'm gonna camera over here right now. I'm gonna get a spoon and plate this baby as you say. Okay, and I'm plating it with tail, because a lot of these folks, as I said, they don't like mackerel head. Okay. You know what? And it would be nice to plate it with a nice piece of mackerel head. Why not? Yeah, they can take out the mackerel head, you know, want it. So folks, if you never try your mackerel with turmeric, it is to die for. It gives it such a nice flavor and the color. I'll put up some middle in it also, and get some gravy for your banana. And everybody loves lots of bell peppers. Okay, and Get the scotch bonnet right there. And right now I'm just gonna pour the meringue tea. And folks, meringue tea is very nice, very good for you. Try it sometime. It's anti-everything, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, anti-everything. It has more stuff to it than all the other herbs, folks. And like I said, go look it up. Do your research. Don't listen to anybody telling you don't do this and don't take that because it's bad for you. Do your research. Because everybody think they have an authority and things. And coconut, and the reason why I'm so passionate about coconut, you know, I grew up with that stuff, coconut milk, coconut oil, and people lived, and people never have a lot of all these cancer and stuff that they have been drinking all of this milk, you know. This coconut milk is as natural as it gets, folks. So folks, this is mackerel and boiled banana and a cup of meringue tea. So folks, please like, share and subscribe to the channel, and you have yourself a wonderful day. Peace.